Alright, so I'm back with basically the first real preview of the Exiled Dead here. And we get to see fighter cards for Daedalus the Exile, which is the leader, and his lieutenant, I would assume, Prentice Markov. And we also get to see one spell and one objective. So let's just go through them and be on with our Friday. Daedalus the Exile is a level 2 wizard, and he has the conductive keyword. He has 3 move, 1 shield, 4 health. So I would argue that is quite frail. If he doesn't inspire to 2 dodge, I'm going to be a bit disappointed about that. 1 shield with 4 health is really easy to hammer down. He has only got a magic attack, so kind of breaking the norm. Most of these wizards have like a range 2 attack as well. He's only able to do the draining coil, which is 3 range, and 2 lightnings, 2 channels, and 1 damage. So I'm gonna assume that will go up to 2 damage, like most wizards, when inspired. It also has the stagger keyword, so if you succeed with attack, the enemy fighter will have a reroll against him for the duration of the round or until he's given guard token. He can do the following special ability, Dance Dynamic. So he can do an action, pick, move, or attack. Each friendly conductive fighter can make one action of that kind. So you can't choose individually for all of them. You have to choose the same action for each one. Then place up to 1 friendly out of action conductive minion in an adjacent hex, 2 or more hexes from each enemy fighter, and give that minion 1 race counter. Reactions cannot be used during this action, so you can't use the Reborn in Darkness reaction, for example, to respawn in a cover hex. So I guess that means you will respawn adjacent to this fighter. It's a bit weirdly worded, I would argue. His inspired condition reads as follows: a friendly minion takes an enemy fighter out of action. And we don't really know how strong they are, but killing someone off with a minion should be doable. So yeah, level 2 wizard, only get 1 attack. So he can't really boost his accuracy much, because most accuracy cards only work with attack actions. So yeah. But, I mean, his pre-built accuracy is pretty good, hitting with the channels. Yeah, okay. Let's move on. Prentice Markov, 3 move, 2 dodge, 3 health. And he's also a wizard, but only a level 1 wizard. He will probably not inspire to a level 2 wizard. I wouldn't think so. But let's leave it at that, we don't know. So yeah, he attacks with a bone saw. That's quite cruel. 1 range, 2 hammers, 2 smash, and 1 damage with Grievous. I would argue that Grievous is not that strong of a special effect when you're only rolling 2 dice, but I mean, it's better than not having it. He can do the following special action. This fighter and a friendly Regulus can each make 1 action. So that, in this case, you can actually do different actions with each of them. Then place up to 1 friendly out of action Regulus in an empty hex within 2 hexes and give that Regulus 1 race counter. Reactions cannot be used during this action. And this inspired condition is as follows: a friendly Regulus attack action succeeds. So I guess there will be several Reguluses, or this will be pretty hard. So yeah, it's not much to say. I don't really know how strong that is. It's very hard to gauge, actually. So let's just move on and go over what we know so far. We have also been sneak peeked a spell. It's called Channel Dynamism. It's a gambit spell for 1 channel, so pretty accurate. And if cast, each friendly conductive fighter's move characteristic is 4. This effect persists until the end of the phase. So yeah, that's probably just a +1 move, possibly +2 if some of the minions have 2 move. But seems initially pretty weak, since most warbands have, and not most, but several warbands have a +1 move ploys. This you have to actually cast, so unless you're scoring off casting things, it's not that great, but we don't really know. We have to see the rest of the deck to gauge it correctly. And we also have 1 objective here, Dynamic Chain. It's a duel, scores in an end phase if each surviving friendly conductive fighter is adjacent to one or more other friendly conductive fighters. And those fighters are in a single group. This seems a bit hard. Each surviving friendly conductive fighter. And that includes the leader as well, and probably most of the minions, apart from Markov, which actually is not a minion. But you have one glory that seems a bit steep and dictates how you should position yourself too much, but that's just my initial feeling. So yeah, this is all we know so far. I mean, the warband seems pretty cool. I like the models. I'm not too hot for the leader, actually. I think his face is a bit weird. And the halberd guy seems out of place. He seems like some cheap knockoff from Cursed City. But the other guys kind of stay in the theme of things, I think. Look pretty cool. Will be nice to see how they play out in game. So yeah, without further ado, subscribe and comment, like, and I wish you all a pleasant weekend, and take care. Bye.